Hello everyone, welcome to the ITLS Academy. Our today's lecture is on the topic solution preparation in laboratories. Let's start with the introduction first and let's understand some few definitions of few terms such as the solution. Solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. Next is the solute. A solute means a substance in a solution that is present in the smallest amount. Next is the solvent, a substance in a solution that is present in larger amount. And next is the solubility, the ability of the solute to dissolve in the solvent. Okay, in a solution, as we know, solution is a mixture of solute and solvent. Solute in general terms is in larger quantity, or solute in general terms in smaller quantity. It can be of any form, liquid or solid material. For example, if you are taking a mixture of sucrose solution, then in that the water is terms to be solvent, and the sugar is terms to be the solute. Next is the standard solution. Solutions can be prepared by two ways. First is the solid added to liquid, and second is the liquid added to liquids. Okay, solution is a mixture of a liquid and it can be produced by two ways. In first way, we can add any of these solid material, solid component to a liquid material. That is the first way of preparing a solution. For example, we are making a saline water and we are adding the NaCl into the water. So here the NaCl act as a solute and it is a solid material which is added to the liquid, that is the water. Next is the liquid added to liquids. Some of the chemicals or some of the solutions are prepared by in which both the solute and solvent are in liquid forms. For example, if we want to make a ethanol solution, then we have to add the ethanol as a solute and in the solvent will be the water. Okay, a standard solution, a solution for which the precise concentration is known. Standard solutions are generally known for those in which we know the concentration. Sometimes it happens we randomly mix certain chemicals, or we randomly mix we make randomly a solution at home or any other places in which whatever the quantity we are using we do not know. So these are not the standard solution. In a standard solution, whatever the quantity is added, it should be weighed accurately, and when it is mixed, it is prepared a standard solution which we know the exact quantity of the solute and the solvent. Next is the stock solution, a solution usually concentrated or saturated, that is in stock or on the shelf and available for use. Stock solutions, we can in general terms we can define as they are highly concentrated form. Suppose the all the reagents bottle in a laboratory comes in highly concentrated form, and we do not use the highly concentrated form in any of the our experiment. So first what we have to do is we have to dilute these concentrations. And dilution, when we use to dilute the original chemicals, that is the that is the process of making a working solution from the stock solution. So stock solution is one that is in highly concentrated form are available in the laboratories, and whenever we have to use it, we what we do, we take a certain amount from that stock solution and add it to and dilute it further to and make it for using for daily use or for a particular experiment. Okay, next is the dilution. Dilution is the process of decreasing the concentration of a solution, usually by adding more solvent. As I had told in the stock solution, that from the stock solution we used to make a working solution in a laboratory. With some experiment uses the some certain chemicals uses in dilution form. Suppose the many of the experiments requires the H2SO4 in dilution form. We do not use the H2SO4 in highly concentrated form in every experiment. So that is for dilution process. That is the dilution process. That is the process in which we make the working solution from the stock solution. And working solution, the process of working solution is that we decrease the concentration of the original component into the solution by adding more solvent. That is the dilution or making a working solution. Okay, in laboratories solutions can be prepared by basic concepts, and we should know some some small bit of maths for calculation and for various purposes, so that we can calculate a proper formula or calculate and we can accurately weigh the chemicals for a particular solution. So basic concepts for preparing solution depends on the molar solution, percent solution, preparing dilute solution from concentrated ones, and the conversion from percent solution to molarity, and conversion from molarity to percent solution. Okay, these are the few solutions that are generally and mostly prepared. So to prepare these solution, we should know about the maths or certain formulas for calculating these particular chemicals or the required quantity required for the but making a particular solution. So taking the first point, the molar solution, the most common unit of solution concentration is molarity. The molarity of a solution is defined as the number of moles of solute per 1 liter of solution. The unit of volume for molarity is liters and not milliliters or some other unit. Molarity, therefore, is the ratio between moles of solute and liters of solution. And to prepare laboratory solution, usually a given volume and molarity are required. To determine the molarity, the formula weight or molar mass of the solute is needed. Okay, to make a molar solution, we should know about the what is the molarity. Molarity is defined as the number of moles of solute per 1 liter of solution. Suppose we want to make a NaCl solution of 1 liter. Therefore, in 1 liter, how much of NaCl should be added? That is calculated from its molecular mass and the molar concentration. So to make a 1 liter of solution, 1 molar solution of 1 liter of NaCl, whatever the gram weight of NaCl is required, that forms the molar solution of a given NaCl. Okay, molarity. Molarity, as we define, the number of moles of solute in 1 liter of solution. In 1 liter of solution, whatever the number of moles are present in that, it defines the 1 molar solution of a particular chemical. Molecular weight are generally defined as the grams per mole. Suppose if we want to prepare a 2 molar solution of NaCl, so first what we have to do is we have to calculate the molecular weight of NaCl. Molecular weight could be easily calculated by simply taking its atomic mass and added and added, and we calculate the its molecular weight. Suppose by adding the molecular mass of sodium and chloride, we get the molecular weight exactly equals to 58. Now when molecular weight of 58 is dissolved in 1 liter, it will make a 1 molar solution. That is, I have told you that whatever the moles of solute dissolve in 1 liter of solution, suppose we make as we have told that we want to make a NaCl solution of 1 molar solute or 1 molar of 1 liter, then 58 grams of NaCl when dissolved in 1 liter of solution, it will make the 1 molar solution or 1 molar solution of NaCl. Now here it is written we have to prepare a 2 molar solution of NaCl. Therefore we can is simply calculate. If we want to make a 2 molar solution, then we can add 58 in plus 58, we get a 116 grams of NaCl. Therefore, by adding 116 grams of NaCl in 1 liter, we will be preparing some little bit higher concentration of NaCl solution, that is of 2 molar concentration. uh, there is a shortcut for using this formula or for calculating the grams required for particular grams required for making a molar solution. Here we require the molecular weight multiplied by number of moles, or whatever the given quantity of molar solution, again multiplied by the given quantity, in which quantity we have to prepare. Suppose we want to prepare in 100 ml, or we want to prepare in 250 ml, we have to write it here only in the given quantity. Molecular weight will be the chemical formula calculated by the adding atomic mass of particular chemicals. As such, I have told you that NaCl will be calculated up to 58. Now, uh, if we are uh, taking the quantity in ml, so we have to divide whole formula by 1 liter or 1000 ml to give the concentration in grams per liter. Okay, sometimes it happens to prepare a molar concentration solution, it does not always be there ki, we have to make a molar concentration from a sometimes it happens there are some reagents that cannot be weighed as they are in liquid form. So in the previous slides I have told you about we are taking the molarity by calculating the gram weight, means whatever the solution we want to make, we are taking in that the solute to be in solid form. Therefore that is why we are calculating the gram weight required for making a particular solution. Now what happens if the solute is present in liquid form? As I told you earlier that the solution could be prepared by dissolving solid to liquid or liquid to liquid. Now here is the condition that our solute will from which we have to make the solution is present in the liquid form. And for this we have to, and for making the molar solution from this type of liquid, the another method is applied for this. In that in that solution, first, its molarity is calculated by the given formula. That is, the molarity equals to purity percent into specific gravity into 1000 upon molecular weight. Okay, these specifications for purity percent and specific gravity are given on the reagents bottle, where the specifications of the chemicals are noted down side on the label. And purity percent could be can also be present in terms of assay percent. Okay, suppose we have to prepare a 0.2 molar solution of HNO3 in 100 ml. Now what we have to do is, here we have the HNO3 in liquid form. So from the liquid, first we have to calculate the molarity of that particular reagent bottle, that in which concentration uh, we have the HNO3. Suppose we having the reagent bottle and we do not know up to which concentration, what number of moles are present in that particular bottle in from which we are making the solution. So it is of utmost important to first to calculate the molarity of that particular reagent bottles. Okay, so calculating for the molarity, first we have to apply the particular specifications, note down the particular specifications and calculates its molarity. Suppose as we have discussed that we have to prepare a 0.2 molar solution of HNO3 in 100 ml. Now by applying the formula 70% into 1.4 into 1000 upon 69, where the purity percent is given as a 70% and specific gravity is 1.4, and calculated the molecular formula of HNO3 is 69. we get the formula 15.6, we get the molar concentration of 15.6. Now once we get the molarity of that particular solvent of 15.6, which is of 15.6 molar, now we have to apply in another equation this, that is the C1V1 is equals to C2V2. Here the C1 is the stock solution concentration. Now we consider this the liquid form from which of which we have calculated the molarity concentration of HNO3 is considered to be the stock solution, that is of higher concentration. Now to in order to make of 0.2 molar in 100 ml solution, it would be act as a working solution for us. So here the C1 is the stock solution concentration, V1 is the volume needed for making the working solution from the stock solution, and working C2 is the working solution concentration, that is given as the 0.2 molar concentration of which we have to prepare the solution, and V2 is the given amount of working solution, that is we have to make 100 ml of solution of 0.2 molar concentration of HNO3. Now putting all the values, and V1 will be the amount that should be taken from the that particular reagent bottle to make 100 ml of solution. Putting all the variables into the equation C1V1 into C2V2, we get the V1 value is equals to 1.28 ml. Now therefore in measuring flask we have to put 1.28 ml of HNO3 and making up the volume by dissolving further water up to the mark of 100 ml. And we make the accurate concentration, that is the standard solution of HNO3. Here the molar concentration is I have told you about by the two methods. If it is present in solid form, then we have to use the formula weight is equals to molecular weight into moles into given quantity upon 1000. And if it is present in liquid form, that is up to you. You should keep in mind that whether you are making a solution taking the solute as a solid material or liquid material, it should be up to you, and should you uh, and it is for you to keep in mind to at which place you have to use which formula. Therefore if the solid form of solute is present, you have to use that formula. Weight is equals to molecular weight into 100 moles into given quantity upon 1000. And for liquid solute, we have to first calculate its molarity by putting the values of purity percent and specific gravity, and then you have to use the formula C1V1 is equals to C2V2 to calculate the further quantity of reagents required to make a working solution. For example of molar concentration, if suppose if you uh, mm, want to make any sucrose solution, there are examples. First is the how many grams of sucrose is needed to prepare 1 liter of 1.50 molar solution. You will need the molar mass of the sucrose. Therefore, for sucrose you have to calculate it, as I have told you that how to calculate the molecular mass of the molecular weight of the particular chemical. Once you calculate it, you have to put it in the formula, as it is given that a 1 liter solution you have to make. So you can simply put the values into the formula. 1.5 moles, that is the particular moles required for that, and 342 is the gram weight, and that is the molecular weight of a sucrose divided by 1 liter. Suppose if you have to make the solution into the 250 ml or 1000 ml, then you have to multiply it by given quantity. But here you have to only make it in 1 liter solution, so you can directly put the values and calculate the form and calculate the gram weight that is required to make 1.50 molar solution of sucrose. So on calculation you get the 513 grams of sucrose quantity to make a 1 liter solution. By dissolving this gram of weight in 1 liter solution, you can make the solution. Next question is, how many grams of sucrose is needed to prepare 100 ml of 1.5 molar solution? Okay, in the previous question, we are using the 1 liter solution directly. We have to make the 1 liter solution, but there is a time you do not have to always make a 1 liter solution. The quantity could be varies. It could be of 450 ml, it could be 730 ml, any quantity you should be given. So now put the formula will be same. What you have to do is you have to take the 100 ml and multiplied it in, and you can simply put it now. Simply put the formula as I've told you, that weight is equals to molecular weight into moles, moles into given quantity upon 1000. Here we are dividing it by 1000 in because we have to convert this values and put it into gram per liter. That is why we are taking 1.5 moles into 342 grams, that is the molecular weight, into 100, that is the given quantity, upon 1000, and we are getting that 51.3 grams of sucrose is required to make a 100 ml of 1.50 molar solution. Now next category is the percent solution. Percent solution could be of weight by weight, weight by volume, or volume by volume. Weight by weight means 10% weight by weight solution contains 10 gram of solute into 10 gram of solvent. Here both the solute and solvent are in solid forms. Weight by volume means 10% of weight by volume solution contains 10 gram of solute in 100 ml of solution, not the solvent. V by V means 10% V by V solution contains 10 ml of concentrate per 100 ml of solution, not the solvent. Suppose mass percent solution are defined based on the grams of solute per 100 grams of solution. One thing you should keep in mind, that always percent solutions, as the percent indicates the value of 100. Therefore, here we do not talk about a 1 liter solution or a 1 kg solution. Here only we have to deal with 100 only. In terms of 100 means we are taking all the measurements in 100 ml, not in liters. So mass percent solution are defined based on grams of solute per 100 grams of solution. Example, 20 gram of sodium chloride in 100 gram of solution is a 20% by mass solution. Next is the volume percent solution are defined as ml of solute per 100 ml of solution. That is, example, if we are making a 10 ml of ethyl alcohol plus 90 ml of water, making approx 100 ml of solution is a 10% by volume solution. Suppose another I am taking the another example. Suppose you want to make a 70% alcohol for your laboratory, then what you have to do, that is the volume by volume percent, means 70% means you have to use the 70% of alcohol plus 30% of water, that will make 100 ml. Okay, by adding both of this you can make a 70% concentration of volume by volume alcohol. Next is the mass volume percent solution are also very common. These solutions are indicated by weight by volume and are defined as the gram of solute per 100 ml of solution. Example, you have to 1 gram of phenolphthalein in 100 ml of 95% ethyl alcohol. Sorry, example, 1 gram of phenolphthalein in 100 ml of 95% ethyl alcohol is a 1 weight by volume percent solution. Okay, next is the preparing a dilute solution from concentrated one. Here is this, as I told you, that it is a C1V1 into C is equals to C into C2V2. In the previous slide, I have told you about the concentrated solution is equals to the stock solution. When the concentration solution is of a higher concentration, or chemicals are present in higher concentration form, that is known to be our stock solution. And we generally used to dilute, we used to decrease its concentration by dissolving some solvent into it and diluting it, and it is the process of making a working solution from the stock solution. So for diluting this particular solution, we have a particular formula, that is the C1V1 is equals to C2V2, where the C1 is the concentration of the stock solution, C2 is the concentration you want your dilute solution to be, V1 is how much stock solution you will be needed from the to make your working solution, and V2 is how much of dilute solution you want to make. Means V2 is the given quantity in which you want to make your solution from a stock solution. Suppose your stock solution is of available for 50 ml, and you have to make a given quantity of less concentration somewhat. You have, suppose you have a stock solution of 5 molar concentration, and it is of 50 ml. Now you want to make zero point 0.2 molar solution of 100 ml. So you can easily calculate it by putting the values into it and calculating the volume required to make it from higher concentration to lower concentration, and to dissolve the particular requirement. Therefore, by putting the all the values into the formula, you can easily make up to the solution. Example: how would you prepare 100 ml of 1 molar solution of tris buffer from a 3 molar stock of tris buffer? Okay, we have a working solution specification given, that we have to prepare 1000 ml of 1 molar solution. 1000 ml means 1 liter. So we have to prepare 1000 ml of solution of concentration, whose concentration is 1 molar solution of this buffer, and we have a 3 molar stock solution, means the concentration of stock solution is 3 times higher than the working solution. So the concentration solution is 3 molar and it is C1. The volume of stock needed is unknown, we do not know, and we have to calculate it, that is the V1. The final concentration required is 1 molar and it is C2. The final volume required is 1000 ml and it is V2. Now substituting into the equation C1V1 into C2V2 and putting all the values, 3 molar into V1 into is equals to 1 molar into 1000 ml. We are getting 333.33 ml. So taking this 333.33 ml from the tris buffer stock solution and putting up into the flask and making up the volume up to 1 liter, we are easily getting the working solution, and it would be a standard solution. Next topic is the conversion from percent to molarity. It is an easiest one. To convert from percent solution to molarity, we have to multiply percent solution value by 10 to get gram per liter. Then it is divided by formula weight. Formula weight, or we can say the molecular weight. Suppose, for example, to convert 6.5% solution of a chemical with whose molecular formula is given 325.6 to a molarity, we can easily put these values directly into the formula, that is 6.5 gram per 100 ml into 10 up divided by 325.6 is will be given the on calculation, the molar concentration we get is 0.1996. You can also cross check it by easily by putting these values into the molarity formula and calculating the molarity. Next is the conversion from molarity to percent. In the previous one we have converted from percent to molarity, and by reversing the formula, we will get the conversion from molarity to percent. To convert from molarity to percent solution, we have to multiply molarity by formula weight or molecular weight and divide it by 10. The percent solution is equals to molarity into formula weight upon 10. Example, in order to convert 0.0045 molar solution of a chemical with the molecular formula of 178.7 to a percent solution, we have to simply put all the values into the formula, that is 0.0045 moles per liter into 178.7 grams per mole divided by 10, and it will give the value percent solution of 0.08% solution. Thank you for being with us. For more information, please log on to our website www.itlsacademy.com and register yourself for summer training program.